Finding the correct niche is by far the most important decision that you'll make if you want to try and make money from social media. Your niche can be the deciding factor between 0 views and tens of thousands of dollars. It's no secret that finding a golden niche is hard, as many of the best niches from back in the day are now completely saturated and almost impossible to do well in. That's where this video comes into play. In this video, I'll reveal a golden niche that's extremely untapped that almost nobody knows about, and what makes it so viral. Later on in the video, I'll also give you a full step-by-step guide on how to make this content for yourself, so that you can be one of the first accounts in this niche. I'll showcase an example video of the niche, and then I'll demonstrate how you can create this content for yourself for free.
These are the 3 longest flights from Dublin. Third flight, Dublin to San Francisco. The flight was over 10 hours long to California. Dublin is one of the major airports in Europe. According to statistics,
Alright, so it's basically this aviation niche, showcasing different flights around the world. Aviation and flights are extremely popular, as people from all different countries love to travel around the globe. Travel is also a high RPM niche, as airline and hotel companies will pay a lot to advertise their services, meaning you can make bank from this niche. Furthermore, it opens many windows for affiliate marketing and brand deals, which further boost your income. So how do we get started in this niche? Well, in order to start making money from the creativity program, we're gonna need a valid account. If you're located in these regions here, just create a fresh TikTok account and you'll be fine. If you're outside these regions, don't worry. I have accounts within these regions for sale in this video's description. Okay, so the first thing that we need is a flight route to showcase in our video. We then want to build a script around this route in order to make our video more engaging. Now, we all know the best place to create such a script. Head to ChatGPT and I'm going to ask it for a list of the longest flight routes in the world. You can always ask for different sorts of routes in order to keep generating video ideas. As you can see, the AI has given us a list of flight routes that we can use for this video. Making evergreen content with this is super easy, as there are thousands of flight routes worldwide. I'm going to go ahead and select this flight route as I think it would make for a good video. I'm then going to copy the flight route and paste it back into the AI. Next, I'm going to ask ChatGPT to create me a 1-minute long video about this flight route. The AI has given us a good script, but we need to get rid of all these junk prompts, as we don't want them read out in our voiceover. With a few tweaks, the AI should have hopefully given you back a video script that we can use. If you're happy with the script, then copy it and we can move over to the next step. The next thing we need in the video creation process is our voiceover. In order to generate our voiceover, we need an AI tool that makes our voiceover sound human. The best one in the game is Elevenlabs, and that's what we'll use for our video. Elevenlabs has a free plan which includes some characters. If you run out, you can always create more, or you can purchase more for only $1 in this video's description. Once you're on Elevenlabs, you want to hit this drop-down button. This should bring up a list of voices that you can try by pressing the play button next to each one. Once you have a voice that you like, be sure to select it. Next, paste in the script that ChatGPT gave you into this section here. Next, I'm going to add a hook to our video to make it a bit better. Above our script, I'm gonna put, "This is the longest flight in the world. Guess how much a ticket costs?" That question at the end is extremely effective, as it will cause viewers to comment, therefore boosting our video. Finally, head down and hit generate. Once the AI has done its magic, hit download and we can move over to the next step. The next and most important step is getting the render that we want to use for our video. Now, if you're somewhat familiar with aviation, you will have probably guessed that we'll be using Flight Radar 24. For those who aren't familiar, this is an app that lets you track all the flights in the world. In order to render your video, you firstly need to download the app onto your phone. Once you're on the app, you firstly want to hit the search bar at the top of the screen. It should bring up some options, and you want to hit Flight by Route. It should now give you 2 input options, and we want to go ahead and enter the 2 options that we got from ChatGPT. So, I'm going to enter JFK and SIN. Now on the next page, you might see a live flight and also a flight route below it. We want to select the flight route. On this next page, you can see a list of flights that have previously departed. Find one that has a green dot next to it and select it. Finally, hit this play button in the bottom left. This should bring you to a global map with the flight route plotted out. You firstly want to start by setting the playback speed to 20x. Also, you want to hit this center button. Alright, start to screen record on your phone. Next, dismiss this menu and hit play on the smaller one. I am going to speed this up, but you need to record the entire flight so that we can use it for our video. Thankfully, Due to it being 20x, it should only take a minute or two. Once your flight has landed, we need to record it again. However, this time, you want to zoom out the camera so that we get this world view. Once again, hit screen record, and you need to wait the entire duration of the flight. Once this is done, copy the 2 screen recordings to your computer through iCloud or Google Drive. All right, we've now got everything for our video, so we can now begin editing it together. In order to do this, I'm going to use CapCut as it's free. Once you're on CapCut and have hit new project, you want to start by importing all the material that you've gathered so far. The first thing that we're going to add to the timeline is our voiceover, so drag it in. Now, while Elevenlabs is good, it often leaves spaces of dead air, which can lower retention. In order to remove these, you want to hit B on your keyboard to bring up a splitting tool. Now click either side of the dead air. Next, hit A on your keyboard, select the dead air, and remove it. This process needs to be repeated for the entire voiceover. Don't worry, it takes seconds, and it's 100% worth it to boost your engagement. Once our voiceover is in place, we now want to add in the first aviation video that we recorded. Drag it into your timeline like so. You want to enlarge it just a bit so that the menu at the bottom isn't visible, as this will look weird for our video. The next step is to head to the top right, hit speed, and change the speed so that the video is as long as your voiceover. Once the first flight is done, we need to add the second. Add it above your first video. Next, right-click on it, and in the next menu, hit crop ratio. Now you want to crop this video into a square as we're going to position it above our first flight. Once you've cropped the image, you want to resize it like I have done, and place it at the top of the screen like this. Our video is coming together. Finally, like the first video, hit speed in the top right, and use the same speed that we did for the first video. There may be a slight bit over or under the voiceover's length, but that is fine. All right, the next thing that we need to do is add engaging captions for our video. These are really easy to do. Just head to the top right of your screen and select text. Next, you want to select auto captions, make sure the language is set to English, and then hit generate. It'll take a moment, but we should be left with captions that look like this. They're okay, but we can make them much better. Firstly, drag them to a good position on your screen, but make sure that they don't block the plane. Once your captions are in place, head to the top right of CapCut. Here you firstly want to select a font to use for your video. Scroll until you find one you like, and be sure to remember which font it is, in order to use in future videos to build a sense of branding. Next, scroll down and check the boxes under stroke and shadow in order to give our captions some more depth. The next step in creating our captions is to hit animation in the top right. On the next screen, hit combo. You then want to scroll around for an animation that you like, and that's going to be engaging. Here's what our video should look like now.
This is the longest flight in the world. Guess how much a ticket costs? Welcome aboard Singapore Airlines non-stop flight from New York City to Singapore, the longest commercial flight in the world.
All right, export it in the top right. This guide is basically done. If you want to take TikTok seriously, check out the guide and digital products in the description. Bye.